Hi guys and girls, Gallifrey Forever 97 here. Welcome to today's Doctor Who action figure review. Today we're going to be reviewing the 13th Doctor's electronic TARDIS from the new line of Jodie Whittaker era figures. This TARDIS has been a long time coming. It's been a ropey road to get to this point. There's been quite a few changes. It was announced must have been a couple of years ago, and the first prototype images were released online. But due to cost and that, this has changed quite drastically. I picked this up at London Forbidden Planet when I went to the Sophie Aldred signing for a new book at Childhood's End. Highly recommend the book. I'm loving it so far. I saw this at the back of the Doctor Who shelf, so I stretched my hands, got the TARDIS and brought it back home to review. So first of all, let's take a look at the packaging. This is the start of the new packaging with graphical TARDISes on the front and on the left hand side, which is just a lining of the TARDIS without any colour. At the front we've got the regular information, including Doctor Who logo, telling us it has opening doors and takeoff and landing light and sound effects, character options and 5+ logos. At the top the same information, just with the character options website added on. On the right hand side you can see an alternative angle of the TARDIS with the same information, with a caption at the bottom saying electronic. Thank you, they've added the electronics back into the TARDIS again after many years of B&M sets without them. On the back you've got a really nice promotional image of the TARDIS, and you've got a brilliant description taking us from when the first Doctor managed to get his hands on the TARDIS right up to Jodie Whittaker. It's a really nice description. Pause this video now if you'd like to read it yourself. They've put all the copyright stuff at the bottom, so we've got a nice display packaging. Also it's got the battery compartment to show you how to put in the batteries to make this TARDIS light up. So without further ado, let's take the... Sorry, can you hear that? And the TARDIS has landed, hooray! Just as a quick sidebar, obviously this is very fancy, but there is a kind of few little notes, obviously, when taking out the box. So first of all, there is some screws at the bottom which you need to unscrew to get the TARDIS out. The background is really awesome. I believe it's from the Ghost Monument, with the really cool landscape, and you've got the sandy bottom with a reflection of the TARDIS in the water. It's a really nice backdrop if you want to display the TARDIS with that. We've also got a leaflet which tells you how to insert the batteries and also troubleshoot issues, but they're quite obvious. For example, it says if there's a problem with the TARDIS having weak sound effects, you probably need to change the batteries. Kind of stating the obvious there. So with that out of the way and the TARDIS set up, let's take a look at some details. On the off, this is based on the first Doctor TARDIS, kind of rectangled, quite tall-ish TARDIS. Now, with Jodie's TARDIS, it's quite square-shaped. Now, personally, I probably would have gone for the B&M style TARDIS, so the 4th and 3rd Doctor style, with the more square box, because they've got the texture and they've got the black police telephone box sign. It does give that effect, and it does work on that, so it's a really good set on a budget. You've got the police public call box. I believe they're stickers. Mine seem to be stuck on okay. You've got the white windows, which obviously with Jodie's TARDIS is very orange, and you do get those kind of orange windows reflecting through. So maybe they could have added maybe an orange tint within the white. That would have been quite nice. And obviously they're a bit more square as well. That's due to the ratio of the TARDIS. Police public call sign's really cool. It's on the left hand side. It doesn't open though. Obviously Jodie doesn't use the telephone, I don't believe. But no, yeah, so it's just stuck like that. And you got some really cool detail on the handle and the key, which again I don't think Jodie's actually ever used. But yeah, going around the exact same on the left and right hand side, just without the handles and the public pull to open sign. So that's all really nice with the kind of texture, like the darker blue. They've added some shadowing into the texture to kind of bring out more ruggedy feel of the paint with Jodie's TARDIS. Of course the back is the same, just with obviously the speaker which you've got used to, and also the battery compartment which is where the batteries go. At the top you've got the same texture continuing round with the ruggedy kind of paint mixed in with kind of black highlights to bring out the texture. The light bulb is different, they have changed that. I believe it's probably from one of the new series TARDIS. I can't quite put my finger on which one it is currently. They haven't just used the first Doctor's ones, they have changed that. But yeah, it's really cool. They've obviously put some lining on the actual bulb and on the casing as well, so that's pretty good detail. Now let's take a look at the inside. So the best way to probably do this is open it from the right hand side first, and then do left one, which is on a spring mechanism. Now sadly we do not have a backdrop. This is like the B&M sets where we've just got the battery compartment. They have put online to actually print out your own version, which I don't think is that acceptable, to be honest. I think it would be really cool if they put some like flooring and obviously the backdrop. It's just a card. I would have happily paid an extra £5 if they wanted to do that. But obviously they've thinking, well, costs is it really worth it? Like, it's probably cheaper for them to get more money out of it, to get buyers to print their own out. Which is a real shame. It kind of ruins the illusion. Even though with Jodie's TARDIS, you can actually see the sides and it does extend out. It's not just kind of straight away, but it would have been lovely to have had stuff in. So I probably would have to print it out. The price you pay for this is $24.99 with no extra figure or anything like that. Just the TARDIS. I don't think an extra back card could have been that much, really. So like the other TARDISes, this all you do is pull the left one out first to close it. Then you've got this button here. Push that to close it fully. Now onto the lights and sound effects. So what you do is obviously go to the bottom, turn the switch on. There's a little button here. So it's obviously got landing and takeoff. So this is the landing one. It's the full one, so goes on for quite a while. That sound honestly brings back so much nostalgia. And as you can see, the light is still going as well, so it kind of gives that lasting effect. Light is blue. I think that's a really nice addition. I'm really pleased they've done that, because obviously in the show it did change the blue. That's one of the one accuracies they got right with this TARDIS. And obviously then you've got takeoff. As you can see, just imagine it flying through time and space. Goes off into the distance. Goodbye, farewell. Still going. Sounds like the ones from the DVD menus from the new series box sets. And here's the figures with the TARDIS. So we've got Jodie and Graham. Can't wait to add Yaz and Ryan to this with like a Series 11 display with the TARDIS. It is really nice to have Jodie with her own TARDIS now. Quite funny looking at that pose now, or I just keep thinking of is the end of Spyfall Part 2 where she's looking out to Gallifrey. How very, very sad. So what are my overall thoughts on the TARDIS? Pretty okay. I think they could have done a better job with picking different parts. It would have been lovely to also have a new sculpt, because the new sculpt looked amazing. The pictures online released by Al Duar. But obviously we got this one instead. I felt they could have gone for one of the other B&M sets, maybe the 3rd or 4th Doctor one with the more kind of square box. They maybe could have done a mismatch of stuff, but I think they could have got a better one, because obviously when you look at pictures, it is more square. But the other details such as the texture, the new pull to open sign, and the blue lights, that adds to the effect. So that's all pretty cool. Maybe we could have had orange windows to reflect the inside of Jodie's TARDIS. But because we don't have a backdrop, I guess it's a bit pointless, really. So this set's retailing at $24.99. No figure included, no backdrop included. I think that could have been the more of a seller. But it just feels kind of like a half-finished TARDIS. But looks decent with the other figures. And I'd rather have this than nothing. So I hope you enjoyed my review. Please comment, like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Links to stuff in the description below. If you got your hands on the 13th Doctor Electronic TARDIS, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section below. So we've got half the figures now that have been released so far. All we've got now to get is the Dalek and the Jadoon and the other version of Jodie with the resolution top. So if you're not yet, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other reviews for these figures. Until next time, have a good day. Bye bye.